warm welcome to this very special Back of the Net video with myself, Sam Davis.
And me, Jeff Hayward.
And we're calling it special because, well, we've taken a long time to get this ready. We were originally going to do this at the end of the season. However, given the recent news events, well, there's no time like the present. So, AFC Bournemouth will not have a competitive match until at least April the 4th, and there's no EFL football to sink our teeth into either, and even some of the pub stuff down the park has been called off as well. So what are we going to do with ourselves over the next few weeks? Well, I know. It's time for a Richard Osman-style Twitter World Cup. Jeff, have you seen those?
I have, yeah. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah, they are. So they're usually fundraisers that he does on Twitter for like comic relief and children in need. And it's where he puts out a series of Twitter opinion polls to declare what is the best in a number of different niches. So he's had the World Cup of ice cream, the World Cup of biscuits, the World Cup of crisps. And now for us on Back of the Net, we're going to be running the World Cup of Cherries Goals, in brackets, Premier League edition. We don't know how many of these we might need to do to fill the time. So yeah, it's the World Cup of Cherries Goals. That's right, it's going to be a biggie. So in November on Twitter, we put out a tweet asking our followers for their favourite 5 Premier League goals since the start of the 2015-16 season. At the time, I didn't say what it was for, but we just wanted to get a list together. We've also been asking people that have come up to us for post-match interviews. We've sent WhatsApps, private messages, forum posts, which have aimed to put together a list of the best and most accurate, comprehensive list of people's favourite Cherries goals from the Premier League era. Now, obviously, there are goals that have been picked because they are aesthetically pleasing. There are moments where we've scored and the goal itself particularly hasn't been easy on the eye, but it's meant a lot to AFC Bournemouth fans and players. Therefore, it's difficult to weigh up which goals to include, given that there have been some absolutely huge moments for AFC Bournemouth in the Premier League that has seen us overcome teams like Chelsea, Arsenal and Liverpool. But the goals themselves may have been a little bit scrappy. On the other hand, we have scored some absolute wonder goals in matches that sometimes have not really meant a lot, or even losses as well. But we've been working hard to create that definitive list of Premier League goals. Now, in total, we received 40 goals. Now, being a World Cup, Jeff, we're going to have to whittle that down to 32. Yesterday, I spoke to a number of people via WhatsApp and via Twitter and direct messages where we've all come to the agreement of the ones that we're going to cut from the 40, okay? And I'm going to read you the list of the ones that we're culling, okay? We won't go through the 32 goals because we're going to be doing videos for each and every group as the time comes. So I just want to go over these with you now, Jeff, to tell you the ones that have been eliminated, okay? So I'll do this in chronological order. Josh King against Man United in that very first Premier League win. It was a great goal because it meant that we won 2-1. It was the time that Harry Arter obviously had his bad news. But we've scored better corner routines, I think. It was a big match that meant a lot, but I don't know.
Yeah, an emotional goal, but and an important win. I think that was a significant fixture for us to beat United, wasn't it? Yeah. But yeah, not as spectacular as some, I'm sure.
It didn't make the 32. Perhaps I should do this in the style of Mark Goodyear or Bruno Brooks, Jeff. I don't know. In at 35, I don't know. Benica Fobe, Norwich. That was a great debut goal for him. That was a pinpoint Charlie Daniels cross from the left where he swept it in and first touch into the back of the net. That was against Norwich in our very first season at home. We won 3-0. But that one's been gone as well.
Yeah.
Also, Steve Cook against Newcastle. Do you remember the last-minute header that he scored?
Yeah, that was an important one.
It was an important one, but it didn't make the grade. Also, Callum Wilson against Arsenal, which was the equalising goal at home when we beat him 2-1. I think they took the lead, and then we scored 2 goals in about 5 minutes. Him and Jordan Ibe scored.
Jordan Ibe goal, yeah.
Yeah, for him, I think it was a cross from Fraser, I think, and he just nipped in front of the Arsenal keeper at the time, Petr Cech.
Yes, I remember that one.
And it's another Arsenal. It's another Callum Wilson goal as well. Another one that didn't make the grade. Chelsea, in our 3-0 win, the opening goal from that.
That was good.
It was a good goal.
It's going to be tough. This, I mean, the quality. I'm impressed to see what the 32 that make it are, Sam. If that one's getting left out.
Well, that was Jordan Ives slipping through Callum Wilson. He just tucked it under the keeper, and that was at Stamford Bridge. What a win that was. Also, Nathan Ake's goal in the same game also has been eliminated too. David Brooks's goal away to Watford in our 4-0. Now, that came from a rebound, but we went up the pitch.
Yeah, that was the length of the pitch, that one. That was decent.
It was a really good goal. But when you see some of the counter-attack goals we have included, that one, I think it was a Callum Wilson shot, but it was saved, and then Brooks scooped up the rebound. And also, this one I think was more emotional than anything, but we were playing 9 men, and it was a last-minute goal, and it was a bit scruffy. That was Nathan Ake at home against Tottenham.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice to get the win, and we all felt very emotional at the time, but
let's be fair, we've seen better last-minute goals from Nathan Ake, haven't we?
We have, indeed, we have.
So here's how it works. We've got 8 groups of 4 goals. Over the next 8 days on Twitter, we're going to put out a daily opinion poll at 9 a.m. that lasts until midnight that day. Each goal is going to be accompanied by a YouTube clip with said goal, and you have to vote for your favourite one. Now, just like the World Cup, the top 2 teams or goals in each group will go through to the round of 16. Now, obviously, the Premier League has seen some absolutely barnstorming goals. Jeff, if you had to pluck your favourite out of the air, which one would you say?
Oh, it'd have to be Callum Wilson's 3rd goal against Southampton this season.
Oh!
I mean, just delightful in so many ways, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Does that make it? Well, you will find out as you listen on. Therefore, because of these barnstorming goals, there's actually been a unanimous decision to seed 8 of the goals, so they don't meet each other in the group stages, and they were decided unanimously by our panel. When I say panel, I'm just sending like WhatsApps and Twitter messages and just confirming that people are all of agreement. Also, the cutthroat nature of this competition means that there's bound to be a group of death as well, I'm absolutely sure. And there'll also be groups that are easier to decide than others. So there are 8 goals that we've seeded, and I'm going to read you out these, Jeff, and see what you think about these ones, okay?
Go on.
So, Matt Ritchie, home against Sunderland.
Ooh, I remember that one. What a juicy, cracking strike, yes.
It was partially cleared by Sunderland, and he chested it down. It fell nicely onto his left foot. It was almost the outside of his left foot, and it curled into the top left corner. I don't think the
Pickford in goal, was he, for that one?
I think it might have been. I don't actually think the angles that day gave it justice, because sometimes goals at Dean Court don't look as good as they would at other stadiums just because of the lowness of the camera. But anyway, that was a cracking goal. Another one seeded was Adam Smith's against Everton in our 3-3 draw.
Oh, yeah, that was where we were 3-1 down with the last few minutes, weren't we? Yeah, no, that was a cracker that one.
Such a top left-hand corner, absolutely superb strike. Another one that got seeded. This was more for emotion than the actual aestheticness of the strike. Glenn Murray at Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when that goal went in, I think I punched through, I was in a cab at the time, and I punched through the ceiling of the cab at the time. It was very emotional.
It obviously wasn't anything to look at. Charlie Daniels and him were going for the same header. But that's another one that's got seeded, as has Nathan Ake's against Liverpool in that 4-3 win. Obviously, it was a spill from Karius, but he was in the right place at the right time. He always seems to do that, Ake, doesn't he?
Yeah, no, that was fantastic. I'll have that one.
Yeah, another one, Harry Wilson against Man City. Not a bad free kick, Jeff.
Not bad, no. I mean, top corner, could he hit it any better? That was brilliant.
Had he hit it any more towards the sides, it would have hit the bar and gone out, or hit the post.
Yeah.
So another one, which a great goal, Jermaine Defoe's at Crystal Palace.
One of my personal favourites. Yeah,
that
outstanding.
I looked at that and I think that there's nothing you can do here, because it looked like the ball was going out, and then to lob at that angle as well, ridiculous. Callum Wilson against West Ham away, that solo dribble.
Yeah, no, brilliant goal, yes, very good.
And there's one more, certain Mr. Charlie Daniels, wonder strike against Manchester City at home.
Yeah, I was going to say, where is that one? Because that is an absolute peach, yes. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hang on, what about Jeff Lermers against Palace? Have you not got that one in there?
It's in the 32, but it's not been seeded.
Okay.
And this was a unanimous agreement. So yeah, I'm sure that will probably make it through on quality as a. But whether it'll win the group or not, I don't know. But you'd think it would come second.
I mean, corner routines as well, Sam. Come on, we've got some fantastic corner routines coming.
Aston Villa away, Steve Cook, Harry Wilson, Newcastle. There's been a few, haven't there?
And breakaway goals. Come on.
There's a lot to consider. So every day there will be a preview video of each of the groups. There's one online at the moment with Mr. Tiggs, and it's just a sort of 5-minute video, and we go through the goals in Group A, and there's going to be a different AFCB fan each day, just to do Skype interviews, just do a quick 5-minute Skype just to go over the group and see what we think is going to happen. We'll upload the video at 8 a.m. The poll goes live at 9 a.m. The results will be determined by midnight. The group stages will take us through until the 23rd of March, at which point we'll go straight onto the round of 16, where there'll be 2 polls a day. Next will be the quarterfinals, obviously the semis. Not going to do a 3rd, 4th place playoff. No need for that.
Waste of time, yeah.
And then the final is going to be on the last day of the month. So it's going to be a big one. Jeff, have you got your money on any particular goals at the moment?
Yeah, but can I reveal? Well,
actually, maybe you shouldn't.
Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should keep my powder dry. But I do have a very soft spot for that Charlie Daniels goal against Manchester City. That was a belter, and City at that time were unbelievable. So yeah.
I was in, for that goal. I was in Bali. I was on holiday in Bali. And I was trying to find, because they're very big with their Aussie rules over in Bali, because it's relatively near Australia, and there's loads of Australians over there. And they were showing some Aussie rules match, and I was just looking, who's showing the Bournemouth Man City match. It was about 8 o'clock in the evening. Nowhere seemed to be showing it. And then I found some little bar that said Bournemouth v Man City. No screens were on, and they basically opened the upstairs, this dark room upstairs, little TV in the corner, and there was me watching it. Then some lad and his girlfriend sits next to me, and they didn't really say anything at all to me. And then when Charlie Daniels scored that goal, I leapt off my seat, roared, and then he said, "Oh, I take it you're a Bournemouth fan then, are you?" It's like, "Oh, here we go." So yeah, I was having some banter with this couple from Manchester for the rest of the game, and then obviously it ended in the worst possible way with Raheem Sterling scoring that goal, and I think he got sent off as well in that same game for
over celebrating
or something. But yeah, I'm sure that's going to be up there. But so many good goals. So yeah, get on Twitter, twitter.com/AFCB podcast. And if you join Twitter, just search Back of the Net Bournemouth, and should be a good one. So Jeff, thank you very much for your help in launching the World Cup of Cherries goals, open brackets, Premier League edition, close bracket.
I was thinking, Sam, there's got to be a VAR edition somewhere down the line from this season, doesn't there?
Yeah, VAR comes in. It'll make us wait a few weeks, and then we'll have the decision, and we'll still be months away from actually watching proper football. So yeah. Anyway, Jeff, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on.
Good to be on, Sam. Thanks very much, and keep busy, won't you?
Yeah.